Hello, my name is Marcy Zwelling-Ahmet. I'm a doctor and I practice in wonderful sunny California, and I'm sending you this video from Southern California. I am a graduate of Wellesley College, so I have a great affinity for Massachusetts and Boston particularly. I spent 4 great years there, sometimes a little chilly. I went on to get my medical degree from New York University Medical School. And I'm proud to say that I'm a citizen of the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Massachusetts has a special election coming up on January 19th, and I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you to be sure to get to the polls to vote. I'd like to ask you to vote for Mr. Brown for senator. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. I'm a citizen, and I'm a doctor, and I love what I do. I love my patients. My patients and I have a wonderful relationship. The sanctity of the doctor-patient relationship has proven not only in my office, but throughout this country to be the greatest thing that American medicine has to offer. We've got great science. We've got an FDA that practices vigilantly. We've got wonderfully smart doctors, but it is the patient-doctor relationship that really preserves what we have best here in medicine. The opportunity for our patients to exercise their rights of choice, their rights of self-determination, and preservation of their privacy. My greatest fear about the healthcare legislation that's before us on a national level is that those things will not be preserved. My incredible disappointment with the legislature and the Senate and the House of Representatives is how this debate has been conducted. I was back in Washington, D.C. time and time again, begging our senators to understand what's so important and good about the system here in the United States, what we need to correct. We would all agree that we need more affordable and accessible health care for every American citizen. Everybody knows that. This bill doesn't get that done. In fact, this bill takes the best of American health care and it does away with it. It will not allow your physicians to continue to practice. We just saw at the Mayo Clinic in Glendale, Arizona, they will no longer be taking Medicare. Those patients had a relationship with those doctors, and they could no longer afford to maintain that relationship. That's a tragedy. And I see that happening all over the United States. I hear from my friends in Massachusetts that that's often happening in the state of Massachusetts as well. And in fact, I understand that the state has had to go back to the federal government asking for money, and now they're considering taking more money away from providers. I know that that will mean that your doctors will have to leave the state in order to preserve their practice of medicine. That isn't good for you. That's not good for the country. So I'm asking that you vote for Brown. Why? Not because he's a Democrat or a Republican, but because when I hear him talk, he stands for Brown. He's going to be his own man. He's going to earn the respect of the Republicans, and he isn't going to kowtow to the Democrats. We don't need this to be such a partisan debate. We need this debate to be about how to bring more affordable, accessible health care to every single state in the union without compromising one state over another and without the backyard politics. I'm tired of the closed doors. I'm asking you to take this election very seriously. I know you will. I lived in Massachusetts. I know that your citizens are bright and engaging. Please go to the polls. Vote for Brown. Bring some sanity back to the legislation that is the healthcare legislation that is before us. It's up to you, Massachusetts. You can do it. You were a forerunner when the 13 states were first brought to the world, and I can count on you to actually step forward and save this nation from a healthcare legislation that does us no good. I thank you for listening. Go to the polls January 19th and vote for Mr. Brown. Thank you very much. And come on out and visit us here in Southern California. Bye-bye now.